welcome to the show. Welcome to a rather interesting game. This is Goblin Auto Club Manager. Every so often I get sent codes to random games, and this one seemed really quite interesting. It is, well, described slightly as a bit of an auto battle, a kind of auto chess style of racing game, which got me interested because I've never really come across it. It's sort of a racing management light with a bit of gradual procedural upgrading of your cars. The idea is you've got vehicles, you can put different bodies on your car to make it good at different things. So, for example, you can put the go-kart on and make it better at I can't remember all these things. Make it better at turning, but apparently slightly less grip. There are various. It's going to have more power apparently than the car, but all have got their different advantages, and so you're going to be building up lots and lots of different cars. You then get lots of different drivers, and you gradually upgrade it as you go through by going to the junkyard. There are different tiers of stuff, and you got to keep buying the same sort of vehicle to continually upgrade your vehicle. There's a bunch of upgrades as you go through. The basic racing though is kind of very, very basic motorsport managing, which is fun. I do enjoy a good, tactical motorsport managing thing. So you get given a selection of races. You can take part in. You can choose to re-roll these. These will cost some of your rank points over here. You win races, you get points. You lose races, you go down in rank. You get money for competing. Where should we go? We'll go with a nice simple track, and it is the biggest payout and the most point gains, although fairly close. So you can figure your car differently for different things. The Arrow tends to be the vehicle that I use on the most part. It tends to go fairly well. Now it's probably not. I have Poodle over here is our driver. Now, each driver has got their own different stats. They'll be good at different things. Some are, this guy here, for example, is considerably better with the off-roading, with the turning, but they have less aggression range, which is quite an interesting little feature, which we will get into. So we're going to start with the basic guy, because it's actually got quite a useful kind of aggression range thing. So here is our car. Back here, you'll notice there's a health bar on it, because crashing is... Goblins aren't very good drivers, essentially, so crashing is very much a thing that goes on. You have control of a turbo button, which I have turned on at the start here to try and get them going, but your car will wear out more. If you have the turbo button on, in aggression, the bar underneath here, cursor on, I'm using the scroll wheel to deal with it, is how hard they will push. The harder they push, the faster they go, but the more likely they are to have a crash. Now, different goblins have different ones of these, so the guy that I've got at the moment is actually quite flexible. You can tell them to push hard, or you can tell them to save the car. I don't think I'm winning this race. I'm just seeing the leader unless they're blowing their car to pieces, because pit stops are going to play a part in this as well. But yeah, we're going to try and up the... Oh no, don't go there, because he's going to... Okay, you got away with that one. Okay, that's all right. So crashing is a big thing. The leader's car is having a bit of a breakdown. I think we can go one more lap before we need to pit. When your car starts getting on low health, it goes slower, so you've got to manage. Again, it is a managing thing. Now, we can speed up time as well. So we have now taken the lead of the race, but we are likely to need to pit next time around. We can maybe go one more lap. Yeah, we're going to push it one more lap. I should have pitted, although... Oh, that's good news. The car that I'm battling for the lead crashed into the back marker and is now still stuck behind them. Fantastic. We can come into the pits. The last place car is also going to be pitting. That's fine, though. We should be released before they get here. And we have, even more importantly, come out in the lead. We know that car was involved in a crash. This has actually gone quite well. In fact, second place is pitting. I don't really need... Oh no, downside is I'm going to get caught with the back markers. There is no blue flags in Goblin racing. They do not care. They will just as happily wreck your day. I'm going to turn, all the aggression down. I don't care. We're almost lapping the guy at the front, so just chill out, let them do their thing, and we're less likely to crash. We're less likely to be involved in silly accidents with those two. Please, Goblin, do not wreck your car here as we go on to the final lap of the race. We've got plenty of health. We can whack up the speed if we need to. The guy at the back is having a terrible race. Oh, okay, we might actually need to... Okay, right, you need to get going now. You've basically come to a dead stop. I did tell you to take it slowly, but I didn't quite mean that slowly. Christ. Okay. It worked. It worked. It was a straightforward race. Oh, and there's been a crash anyway, thankfully, back there. That's helped me out. We got a couple of $100. We got some rank points. We're actually up into 9th in the Amateur League. And you kind of get the idea of how this goes. Every 10 races, you go into a championship. You win the championship. You go up to the next league. My car, I'm not fast enough to be winning it. We tried and failed miserably on my first attempt. So we've got to be upgrading the vehicle. Now, we can go and buy So for here, for example, we've got the blob already. You can re-roll this. If you buy all the items, it will automatically re-roll. It's actually cheaper, I think, for me to buy all the items here than it is for me to actually re-roll it. So I can't buy those, I've already got them, I believe. So we can upgrade that a little bit. And then oh no, we can't buy those. I'm not sure why I can't buy those. Either way, yeah, we can re-roll the thing. Or we've got a better version of something. But I'm trying to save my money. I want to be able to upgrade the Junkyard so I can get better parts. Now, in the beginner league, you haven't got a huge selection of tracks. There is an off-road circuit, which we do not get very many points for, but I'm going to go here anyway. Okay, of course, this track is a very different kind of circuit. So you're going to want a different car. I've forgotten which the top stat is for off-roading. So we're going to want the vehicle with the best off-roading ability, which is going to be apparently the VAR. Sure, a taxi is the way to go. The Elder is the best off-road driver I have. About here. The downside with the Elder is they don't have much aggression range. They're going to be pretty chill the whole way, whereas they're also going to be pretty chill. They're going to be not chill in the slightest. Eggs or Elder? Sure, let's go see what eggs can do. Now there is, I don't know, okay, we start on pole. That's good. I mean, we're going to whack up the aggression. We're going to turn the turbo on. The goal for me in this race will be try and get away. Okay, you've taken the shortcut immediately. So there are shortcuts around here. I have little control over this. I can't tell them to take the shortcuts. They just do sometimes. I'm guessing something to do with maybe speed, maybe driver skill. Something along those lines might determine whether they are going to do it or not. Okay, we've gone a little bit wide. The competition here doesn't look particularly fierce for us. We are already, although this is when, like, it doesn't look particularly fierce, but the problem I've got is we may well get stuck and we may well crash. Some things like that, for example, are not helping. Fourth place is into the pits. We have tried and missed in making the shortcut work. Now, I can use this button here to show how aggressive everyone else is being. I can't actually be any more aggressive than that, so we always have the green smiley face. However, we have got there's a little bit of door banging went on against the pickup truck there, which wasn't ideal. Relatively short race, this one, actually. Maybe that's why it was such a small sort of points payout and so on. Didn't even need to pit, by the looks of it. Nice and straightforward, put no stress on the car. Easy race, $170. Fantastic. We need 1,000 to be upgrading stuff. So now we can just roll into the next race. This place here is particularly difficult. Wait, this is only 3 laps long. Jeez. A really quick race. However, against some very fast cars, and I think the grid order is in rank, so I'm going to guess we'd start 3rd on the grid. We can try it. Costs us $10 to enter. As long as we come 3rd, we make money anyway. Sure, let's go for it. Yeah, because you start in rank order. If our driver, we can pretty much whack the turbo on for almost the entire thing here. Oh, and there's been some wheel spin off the line from some of the other cars. We've got an off-road speed record? Really? We already go that far? I mean, we're already going way faster than 41. I don't know. Okay, this has helped massively in that they have all fallen over one another. That vehicle there also looks like a toaster. I don't think it's supposed to be a toaster, but it looks like one. The bike and is it like a quad or something we've got going on back there? I think it's supposed to be a quad. Are having a tussle of their own. I mean, we really don't need to push at all in this final lap. Just don't crash. That's all we ask of you, Eggs. You've done very well. I will credit where credit is due. I was thinking this race might not go very well for me at all, but we have done remarkably good after a solid start. Oh, we're going to take the shortcut. We'll fire the turbo up, and we are going to cross the line. Easy victory. Very easy victory in that one. Huge money. Well, it's a huge money. Relatively good money for that. We're up to now 6th in the ranking, which is very nice. Okay, so yeah, more usual, race distance over there, 10-lap race. Let's go for that. I mean, I'm happy to go with this car combination. This seemed to be working for us so far. We will be 2nd on the grid. Possibly a bit more difficult to go and aim for the shortcut from here. I don't know what the driver is like. Wanted to go for it, couldn't, I don't think, because of the AI car. I'm going to whack the turbo on. I want to try and get past down the back straight if we can. Cannot do it. We'll turn the turbo off. We will fall down to 3rd place. Of course, This race, no, this is not a sprint race anymore. We've got a lot more things to be contemplating, a lot more things to be dealing with. It's a good shortcut. We're going to pull away from the bike, but we've got another yellow car to be dealing with here. Yeah, because, you know, there are some quite slow cars. You always got to be dealing with something here. Like, I can speed up time through these races, and you know, you don't have, by nowhere near, you know, the level of detail you get from, like, some motorsport manager, of course. It's very, or even Golden Lap. It's very kind of management light. It is a very, very interesting. It's one of these games that is just really fun to play and to try and see what happens and see what you can do, see what you can make work and everything. At the moment, we're going for the strategy of just not pitting. The leader is going to come into the pits. Now, the downside of this strategy is it does leave me running the car quite slowly, because I now kind of want to try and get to the end of this race without pitting again. Because if we pit, they're going to be pushing the car much harder than me. So if I pit, I will, you know, they will undercut me, essentially. However, I reckon we've cleared the traffic well, and they haven't. There has been some accidents, some minor accidents along the way. As the condition deteriorates, they've pitted anyway. So I'm actually gonna pit, and part of the reason here is I'm gonna keep myself out of trouble. And we've pitted, and if anything, got closer. This race has gone very well for me. They do not always go this well. Oh, it's 3 wide, and there has been an accident, but apparently not for me. How on earth have we got away with that one? We have really got away with some stuff here. Oh, we have been very lucky. You love to see it. I know we can indeed improve the junkyard. So this is what we want to do. We want to improve this so we can start, for example, look at that. There is a bike. The blue. What a name. But we can go and buy the VAR and upgrade the VAR. We have been using that a fair bit, so let's go and do that. We will go and get that to a 1-star rating. And the other thing we can do as well, of course, there's more upgrading to do here. We can unlock other bits of the vehicle to upgrade. So the engine, for example, I need $500 for that one. And then those parts will start appearing in the junkyard for us. So there's a lot of customization for you to go about through this to gradually get your vehicles faster and faster to be more and more competitive. Okay. Well, now we can go and test out this other area. So for the beginner league, we've only got 3 tracks as far as I have come across so far. The Disco Dungeon is a nasty circuit, this one. Very, very easy to get caught in traffic is what I've found around here. Do we go with the go-kart? I mean, I'm tempted to try the go-kart. I haven't actually ran the go-kart before, so this might be a terrible idea. Now, we can try and find a driver who is better with the old grip thing. Now, what was that one there? That was turbo. So Missy's very good with turbo, but not very good with grip, and terrible. Well, good with brakes, but terrible with the aggression. Just always going to be super aggressive. Eggs is pretty solid. Well, I'm going to call you Clint. Is going to be Clint. Poodle is probably not as good. You know, I might just stick with our current driver. I feel like Eggs has done us well so far in this video. So we're going to give you a chance. We're going to give you a chance around here. We start from second on the grid, which isn't too bad. I mean, I guess maximum aggression for you is still relatively low aggression. We've not got off the line at all. Let's try to whack the turbo one. It's a poor start. So this track is difficult to overtake on for the Goblins, which means getting stuck in traffic is really quite bad. As you can see, it is very twisty. Your best bet is going to be boot it down this section here, and you might get a pass into the wibbly section. The other thing that can help is strategy, if someone keeps wrecking their car, or potentially accidents, if they, you know, bin it into a wall. You can see here, by trying to speed the car up. Oh, there's a very sideways orange vehicle in front, and Eggs has had an accident immediately. Ah, dear. It's not what we needed. And then, yeah, from this point, it is actually, you know, now we've got to try and be clever strategically. I'm contemplating pitting very early, because it's only a 5-lap race, so one pit stop is probably all we're going to see. If the 2 ahead of me don't pit, then I'm tempted to dive into the pit. If I'm going to, these others may try and go the whole way. My hope is that the green car is going to get held up in traffic. There may be crashes, they may all pit, and I can leapfrog them while they're all being, you know, entangled in this. I am speeding the game up a little bit to get through this. Not that these races are particularly long. Oh, here we go. There is an opportunity, and I should have turned the turbo on sooner. We are not quite going to make that one stick. Are the others going to pit? No, they are continuing to soldier on here. I guess they're going for the don't pit strategy. No, now they are going to pit, but it's going to be too late. It's kind of ruined my race. Second is on the cards for us. Can't do anything through here. Maybe try and get a speedy turbo pass down there. Oh, the leader's pitting. Was not expecting that, although the leader will now be able to push till the end with a turbo. I will try and whack it on for this final bit, just in case the leader crashes or something unusual. It runs my engine pretty close, but it doesn't matter. We crossed the finish line. I'll take a second. Honestly, there was a little chance. Had we got clear of the traffic sooner, there was a chance. There really was a chance we could have got a victory there. But alas, oh wow, that's really really exciting. 4 laps of here for pretty similar monies. This one here gets us more ranking points. That one gets us slightly more money. This one here seems like a better bet, to be honest. Although they have got the points leader in this. We have beaten the points leader, though, already. One thing that you can do, I like, you can load the lap record car. So this will be the car that you've set the fastest lap with, which wasn't the go-kart, it was this thing. You know what? And actually it's being driven by, is it driven by Poodle? I think it is. Yeah. It's... As I said, this is not a crazy complicated... Why do we start pole? Is that because we've got a lap record kind of thing? Not sure. I was expecting it to be by ranking, but they've all crashed into one another, and it's only a 3-lap race, so we can kind of try relatively aggressive here and hope to go. I didn't realise it was such a short race. Hopefully, yeah, blast away. That works out really well for me, because we can then use the turbo on the front, and that'll be some nice... easy points and relatively easy money. But yeah, it is a relatively straightforward game, this one, the management aspect. On the longer races, you know, there is definitely some strategies involved, of course there is. But yeah, as a sort of almost auto battler style of management game, you're just doing a lot of different races, you're trying a lot of things, incrementally upgrading your vehicle. And it's just kind of fun. It's fun. It's colourful. There's wild stuff around the place. I mean, I want to buy that bike, but geez, that is a lot of money. I'm going to buy that bike because I don't have a bike yet, and I don't know what they're good at particularly. Apparently, they're good at off-roading. Is it like a dirt bike, maybe? Who knows? I guess we'll have to try that out at some point. What championship events have we got? 12 laps, jeez. 12 laps for very few points and not a huge amount of money. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with what we were doing. So we can run in here. If you get to the front of the race early, you can kind of chill with things. If you're further back in the race, it does actually become a lot more of a faff. Because, yeah, Goblins are not very good drivers. I do like having a lot of flexibility with the aggression with this driver, which is why I've tended to use Poodle the most. Oh, that was a very late call from that car there to come into the pits. I think they were trying to do the whole blast away at the front technique. I'm not sure I'm going 5 laps without pitting, so I'm going to try and make a gap, expecting the rest of the fields to have to pit. The car in second, that red car, has had issues. So I reckon we can come into the pits now. We'll get out in front, which we do very, very nicely, very easily, and then we can kind of just coast for the rest of the way. Got vehicles that are working now. Seem to have got some good combinations here. Yeah, the red car pitted on lap 1. It's not gonna likely hold you through there. We will take a resounding victory in that one, which is good. We're up to $471. Do I keep do I try and re-roll? I don't know whether that... I'm going to re-roll this. I don't know whether that's the normal price for the really high-end stuff. Yeah, okay, it is. Oh, no. Okay, that's only $350 for the next tier up. I'm going to buy it. Very cool. Very cool-looking vehicle. It is not great on anything except for power. I mean, we're definitely going to have a go with it, aren't we? I'm probably going to go put eggs back in the car. Right, have we got... What track will be best for power? I could do 11 laps around here. Probably a better track for power. Sure. I like the livery. Can't change it as far as I know. But we've spent all of our money on our purple and white striped machine. I mean, we've got the long back straight that we will want to try and find a way past the cart in front of us. Oh, no, we've been bopped out wide. Now we're going to fire up the... there's been an accident. We've gone straight in the wall as well. Eggs, you might get relegated. I'm going to have to put Poodle in the car, aren't I? You just cannot... This has not gone well. Now, do we... Do you dive in the pits early on and try and avoid the traffic? I was really hoping we could sneak past there. We may have to dive in the pits, because A, our car's quite wrecked, and B, well, no, this lot here don't look fast. It looks like we have definitely got the pace advantage here on them, but we do keep getting stuck in traffic. So maybe a pit stop now, get out of traffic, cruise up to the back of them, and then wait for them to pit to overtake. That feels like a good strategy, because, yeah, we do seem to be very quick in this car. We would hope so. We've actually almost immediately gone and caught back up to them. Goblins are not very good at overtaking, it is safe to say. We've just got a train of cars going on here. No one wants to overtake the cart. Okay, well, we're going to get one of them, because one of them's coming in to the pits. Will we be able to get past the orange vehicle? We do. That moves us into second. The leader is going slowly. Oh, look at this. Oh, and the orange car did a U-turn to make it to the pits. Fantastic. That's what you want. I think the cart's held a lot of people up here. I don't think that was the choice around here. It just does not seem to have the top speed, that vehicle. We can, put on the afterburners a little bit down the back straight. The car is now finally coming in. What I'd like to do is clear it before it leaves the pits, and we do, because I didn't want to pit that lap and get stuck behind it. We're definitely not making it to the end of the race without another stop. I don't need to worry about that, though. We can speed up time a little bit. We're going to get stuck behind the orange car. I want to try and build the gap to the cart thing there. I don't really want to pit behind that one either, because now I'm going to get stuck behind, coming out behind it. We'll keep going for another lap. Then we're going to come in. The orange car will leapfrog us, but that's fine. We will get going again. Yeah, I mean, we'll get behind them, but we're basically lapped second place, so I don't have to do anything wild here. The goal... I say that as our driver has gone for a big pass. He's going around the outside to lap. Ooh, and okay, no, the second place tried to wipe us out. I think there might have been some shenanigans right there from the. Couldn't sneak past on that one. No, I mean the car definitely seems quick enough, and we're just going to sit behind the cart for that section. You can overtake down there. I've seen it done, but our driver didn't want to. In the end, a wise choice. We have claimed another victory. Another couple of $100 have come our way. Ooh, now that's looking more like it. $271. That's a good... Only costs $9 to enter. Yes. Now, will this car be fast enough? We didn't really get much of a test in that last one. By virtue of... Everything was very slow. I feel like we could have won with just about any of our vehicles. Now, that is a poor start for us. However, no big accidents. The toaster is leading the way. I'm going to try and fire up the turbo briefly. Not too much, though, because I don't want to actually break my car just yet. The blue machine is definitely quicker than us. We've got two bikes as well behind. Oh, no! Eggs, you melon. You pinned it right into the wall. Turned in too soon trying to chase down the leader. Okay. We've got to bail on... We've got to pit anyway now at this point. I guess we're going to have to hope for the pit. Go very quickly. Oh, the leader has... The leader is coming in. We've had a bad kind of exit from the pit stop, and we're going to get stuck behind that bike. If I'm going to try and whack the turbo on to out-accelerate the bike down here, can't do it. Oh, it's all gone wrong. We cannot pass that bike down that back stretch, which is a problem. Now, I wonder if that's because my driver cannot go on, like, the more aggressive modes. That could be an issue. So he's not likely to take the risky maneuver that you would have to do at the end of the straight there. That's my best guess as to why we're struggling, because I have seen passes. They do go on down there. I've really got to get far enough ahead of fourth and then pit, and then we're going to try and, really blitz the final couple of laps here. That is probably our best chance. I don't even think we're winning. Oh, okay, wow, the bike has... One of the bike... Okay, we have got out of the pits very nicely, at least. We can fire up the old turbo down there. Can we get past... that blue bike has really cost us just about everything in this race. We've just not been able to get past it at a useful point. And it's a lap down. Can we put guns on our car? I feel like we need that. It's going to be third place for us. But it could have been so much more. Oh, and we got chased across to the bloody wall by the car going in the pits. We lost some points. but we are still sat in second. Yeah, I mean, if it is a very good fun, a very interesting, and something a bit different in terms of in the race management. It is very much that kind of incrementally getting your vehicles better and better, coming attached to drivers and cars and all of that kind of good fun stuff. Yeah, I really quite like it. I really quite like it. It is a very, very interesting little concept. And yeah, you can have a lot of fun. It's surprising how long you can lose just doing silly little races and trying to go faster. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.